Okay guys, I am back. I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. Welcome to the second video of my anxious thoughts. Man, I am so happy that I finally started this. You guys have no idea. So I wanted to come and do a part 2 because I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me. So as I said in the intro video, I am a mental health therapist, but I also am a life coach. So I have a business called Figuring Out You LLC that I started in 2020, and what that consists of is me helping people reframe their negative mindset to being more positive. And in the therapy world, we call that positive psychology. So I use a little CBT, I use DBT, just to help my clients just reframe their behavior, which intertwines with their actions, which intertwines with their thoughts, which intertwines into their behavior, which intertwines into their actions. So it's like a cycle when it comes to CBT. Like, that's my goal. That's my goal, is to reframe your mind. However, when it comes to myself, I struggled with that, but I also see a therapist. So I'll tell you guys about my journey. So I decided to completely isolate myself for a little bit because I was really struggling with my anxiety, and I just did not understand where those struggles was coming from. Anytime that I was invited somewhere or I was in a relationship with somebody, I always had to feel as if that I had to dim my light in order to fit into certain crowds. And I was always people pleasing. I was always caring about what somebody said about me, what somebody felt about me, and other things of that nature that were just not healthy for me, right? I was like, oh, well, this person, if I don't show up for this person, then they're gonna be upset, or if I don't show up here, then I'm gonna miss something. Like, I always felt like I was missing something, but that was putting so much pressure on my back because I wasn't taking care of myself mentally, physically, or emotionally. I was putting myself in situations after I've already argued with the person, and I would just quickly make up with them. I would not gradually get myself to a safe space with that person. And another thing that I realized about myself is that I never felt safe around a lot of people that I was socializing myself with, right? So when I started to have a better understanding of that, I was like, okay, I felt like God was telling me to step away from everything, sit down and talk to me, sit down and let me take care of you, and you need to rest. So when I was finally obedient to God and He told me to do that, I started to get very scared. Like, He told me to stop drinking. I couldn't smoke hookah. He even told me to stop eating meat. And anybody that knows me knows that I love me a fried chicken wing. And with that, I love lemon pepper chicken wings, I love hot wings, and I like regular chicken, fried chicken, or whatever. So it was like all of these things that I had to give up. Thank God that He didn't tell me to give up coffee or whatever. All of these things that I had to give up, it was just, He was just stripping me away from a lot of stuff that I just was not ready to let go of. I was very emotional. Still am kind of emotional because I'm still going through the isolation process. There were things that appeared to me and gave me epiphanies about certain crowds that I was hanging around, which were people that, not that they were bad people, but it was so much forced relationships that I made ever since I was a young teenager, like, well, a young adolescent, not adolescent, but a young adult, since I was like 17, 18, all the way up into my 20s. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that I was making friends, I was making female friends off of hurt. I was making female friends off of disappointment. Like, you know how you call your homegirl up and you be like, let me tell you what this nigga did. This nigga did this. And that's what I was building my friendships on. It wasn't like what we have in common, or what journey are you on, or what is your passion. It was more so on drama. So I was constantly elevating my life in drama and chaos for 30 something years, and no wonder why my body was tired. No wonder why I needed to detox. No wonder why I had to isolate myself, because I was acting in that environment for so long, right? So I started to understand, like, okay, so I started to understand and I started asking myself these questions. Why do I need to take 5 shots in order to go to a birthday party? Why do I have to get on my knees and pray, like, Lord, please, like, give me peace about going to these places? Like, it didn't make sense to me. Because if I truly was supposed to be there, if I truly am supposed to be supportive to this person, or if I'm truly supposed to be in a relationship with this person, why do I have to force myself to go? I should naturally want to be there, right? So when I started to notice those things, I was like, okay, something isn't right. So when I started to isolate myself completely, I started to gain a lot of peace. And when I say peace, I mean up here. That's what this YouTube channel is about, right? My anxious thoughts. All of my anxious thoughts were coming from other fucking people. And what I mean by that is that I was allowing people to tell me what I need to do, what I can't do, what I should do, how I should do it, when I should do it, stop doing it, when not to do it, who to talk to, who not to talk to. What all these decisions were being made by other people, and it silenced my voice. I had no voice. I could not speak for myself. I was looking for validation everywhere else because I allowed people to take away that voice. And I see why I struggle with that is because I have a gift of a voice. I have a voice that needs to be heard. I can also sing. I used to get picked on about that as well. I'll get into that another time. But I allowed so many people to take away, sorry guys, it's like ants everywhere and I'm trying not to get bit again. But I allowed so many people to silence my voice or silence my emotions about what I felt. And I suppressed, and I suppressed, and I suppressed, and I suppressed. And I can remember being in the shower several times and I'm praying like, God, please get me out of this. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm confused and I'm tired of feeling so overwhelmed, and I'm tired of feeling so anxious, and I'm tired of feeling so confused. Help me, dear God, get out of this mindset. They always say, be careful what you ask the Lord for, because he definitely is going to give it to you. And he definitely gave it to me. But me isolating myself, and I'm being stripped from left to right from everything and anybody that is not supposed to be in my path or in my life, I started to hear God more, and I started to hear myself more. I started to hear my discernment more. I started to make better decisions. I started to listen to my body. So if somebody invited me somewhere, or if I open up an invitation and instantly I feel anxious, I ain't going. I'm not going. I'm not spending time. I'm not going around that environment. I am staying where I feel safe. So moral of the story of this second episode is, do you feel safe? In whatever environment that you're in. It doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter if it's work, it doesn't matter if it's friends, it doesn't matter if it's a relationship. Do you feel safe? And if you don't feel safe, what do you feel as if that you need to do to make sure that you're safe? Because your safety being taken away from you by you, because you have the choice to feel safe or not. You have a choice to go to certain environments or not. So by you placing yourself in unsafe environments, how can you protect yourself from people that don't serve you, places that don't serve you, jobs that don't serve you, family that don't serve you, relationships with men or women that don't serve you? What can you do to make yourself feel safe? How about isolate yourself for a little time? That birthday party can wait. That dinner can wait. That job can wait a little bit. You don't have to overwork yourself just to make yourself feel validated or please a job. Because I promise you, if you die today, they hiring somebody tomorrow. So understanding how to place yourself in safe environments so that you can know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, or exactly what your triggers are. But if you're constantly in motion It's like a hamster wheel. Like you get on the hamster wheel and you're going and going and going and going and going and going and going. You're never going to be able to pause and stop to actually hear what your body is trying to tell you. Silence the noise. Get in your isolated place. Journal. Sit with yourself. And listen to what your body is telling you. And that's my advice today for my anxious thoughts. Bye, guys.